Making the Invisible Visible, Black Women 365 Days of the Year. Each day will spotlight a remarkable woman whose story has shaped Black, British or global diasporic history. Women whose achievements are too often overlooked. Through these daily short films, we create a living, breathing archive of leadership, creativity, resistance and legacy. Let's begin.
So my name is Linda Bradshaw, and who I am, that's a really good question, because I am many different people to the very different parts that I play. So my passion is singing. My other passion, which is teaching. I love working with young people. I've done that since I was 15. But what I think defines me is something I've learned called a multidisciplinary artist. I do think the more I learn about what that is, the more I think that's me. Because I like to sing, and if someone gives me a topic that I feel passionate about, I can do spoken word, but I don't do it unless I feel passion. And my escapism is in my other passion, which is travel. I love to travel around the world, see new places and meet people. And while I do that, I do think I challenge people, because I turn up in countries where they have perceived ideas about people who look like me. So sometimes I get an opportunity to get them to rethink how they perceive people, especially people of colour, or maybe how they perceive women. I think the person who has enabled me to move and think differently about myself is Mello Baku. I met Mello at one of the schools I worked with. I just thought she was incredible, the way that she got children who didn't think they could sing to find their voice. And more recently, Mello had an idea to create a space for people of colour. And we created this space where we could just sit and talk about our experience, our lived experience. And that's where we started to look at the way in which our communities tell stories, the way in which our community isn't heard sometimes. But in this space we were heard, we were listened to, and we sometimes created poetry by using things that are historically ours, like stones, cards. So in answer to the person who's probably shaped the person I'm becoming, it's Mello Baku, yeah. I think I'm very misunderstood, because I'm quite smiley. People think it means you're soft. I believe I am soft, but I'm also very principled. I have a real strong sense of social justice. I believe everyone should have a space and feel respected. And we're in a time that people are using those differences to turn us against each other. And so when I see that happening, I do become quite quiet. And then people misunderstand that as well, because I'm not smiling. They say that I look stern, I look angry. I sometimes don't want to smile. And sometimes I'm processing what's going on in the world. And I just wish people would just let people be, let everyone live. You know, get to know people and just let people be. Another love that I didn't mention is exercise. That's how I find joy. The way in which I can change the way I'm feeling is by 45 minutes on a spin bike, going out for a run. Not everyone's idea of joy, but the natural chemicals in my body just lift me and make me feel happy. And it's not temporary, the joy I get from exercise. I get mental clarity. There was a time when my father passed and I inherited money. I had a job, I had a car, I had a house, and I got rid of it all and just went on a journey to find mental clarity. That experience of going to the unknown, sometimes on my own, enabled me to find joy on my own. I don't need other people to find joy. I'm very self-sufficient. I was single for a very long time, I was very happy. and I've met someone who gives me that space to still spend those moments where I find joy. I think it's, one of the greatest things is to find joy on your own.
Thank you for joining us for today's story. Making the Invisible Visible is our commitment to ensuring that Black women's histories and contributions are recognised, valued and kept in daily circulation. Across 2026, we will continue to share these powerful narratives, 365 days of impact, brilliance and inspiration. Stay connected, join the conversation and help us champion the women whose journeys continue to shape our world. I'm Paulette Brooks and I'm looking forward to seeing you tomorrow for the next story.